Welcome to Infidelity Truths. Before we dive into today's gripping story, please take a second to like this video and subscribe to our channel. Your support helps us create more thrilling stories just for you. Let's begin.
My name is Elena, and this is the story of how I shattered the one love that could have saved me. Not because of someone else's deceit, but because I was my own worst enemy, too fractured to hold on to something whole. The memory of how Julian used to look at me like I was enough, just as I was, haunts me. That alone is enough to make my chest ache, because now I can't face my reflection without seeing the wreckage I caused. When I met Julian, I was a storm in human form. Not the poetic kind you read about in novels, but the kind that leaves destruction in its wake, chasing chaos because it's all I knew. Julian, though, was steady. He was kind. He was the kind of man who made you feel safe without trying. We met at a bookstore, of all places. I was flipping through a poetry collection I had no intention of buying, and he asked me what I thought of it. His voice was warm, curious, not pushy. We ended up talking for hours, and by the end of the night, he had my number scribbled on a receipt. For 3 years, Julian was my anchor. He didn't flinch at my sharp edges or my tendency to shut down when things got too real. He'd leave me little notes on the fridge, make me laugh when I was spiraling, and hold me when I couldn't explain why I was crying. He loved me in a way that felt like a gift I didn't deserve, and maybe that was the problem. When you're used to love feeling like a battlefield, peace feels like a trap. I started unraveling in small ways at first. I'd snap at him over trivial things like leaving dishes in the sink or forgetting to text me back right away. I'd pull away, claiming I needed space, when really I was testing him, waiting for him to leave like everyone else had. But Julian stayed. He always stayed, with that quiet patience that made me feel both loved and unworthy. Then came the night that broke everything. It was our anniversary, and Julian had planned a weekend getaway. Just us, a cabin by a lake, no distractions. I told him I had to work late, a last-minute deadline. It was a lie. Instead, I went to a bar with coworkers, craving the noise, the validation of strangers' eyes on me. That's where I met Ryan. He was all charisma and sharp smiles, the kind of guy who knows exactly what to say to make you feel alive. He bought me a drink, and I let him. 1 drink turned into 2, then 3, and soon I was laughing too loud, leaning too close. It didn't stop there. Ryan became my escape, my rebellion against the quiet beauty of what I had with Julian. Texts turned into late-night meetups. Meetups turned into secrets I buried deep. Every time I came home to Julian's trusting smile, every time he pulled me into his arms, I felt like I was drowning in my own lies. But I couldn't stop. It was like I needed to prove I didn't deserve him, like I was begging the universe to rip it all away. The end came on a rainy Tuesday. I'd been out with Ryan, and I came home past midnight, my hair damp, my excuses flimsy. Julian was waiting in the living room, his face pale, his hands clasped tightly. He didn't raise his voice. He just asked, "Who is he?" My silence was answer enough. I watched something break in his eyes, something I'd never seen before. Not anger, not even sadness, just resignation. "I thought I could be enough for you," he said, so softly I almost didn't hear it. Then he stood, grabbed his coat, and walked out into the rain. I didn't follow him. I told myself he'd come back, that he'd forgive me like he always did. But he didn't. He moved out that weekend, leaving behind the life we'd built. Ryan, predictably, vanished when I tried to lean on him. "I'm not into complicated," he said, as if I was the one who'd made it that way. Now I'm left with the ruins. The apartment feels too big, too quiet. I still have the scarf Julian left behind. Still see his handwriting on a grocery list I can't throw away. I tried reaching out once, a voicemail I left at 2 a.m., sobbing, begging for forgiveness. He didn't call back. A few months later, I saw a photo online Julian at a coffee shop, smiling, a new lightness in his eyes. The caption read, "Learning to let go." It felt like a knife, because he was finding peace, and I was still stuck in the chaos I'd created. It's been over a year, and the pain hasn't faded. It's just changed, settled into my bones. I go to therapy, I journal, I try to rebuild, but nothing erases the truth. I didn't just betray Julian. I betrayed the part of myself that believed I could be loved. I wonder, sometimes, what might have happened if I'd told him I was scared, if I'd let him in instead of pushing him away. Maybe we'd still be us. But I'll never know, because some choices cut too deep to mend. This isn't a story of redemption or revenge. It's a story of regret, of learning too late that the worst damage is the kind we do to ourselves. If you're ever tempted to break the heart of someone who sees you, really sees you, don't. Because some wounds don't heal, and some losses you'll carry forever.
Thank you, my amazing subscribers. Wow, what a journey. If you've made it to the end of this story, I just want to take a moment to say thank you. Your support means everything to me. Every time you watch, like, and comment, you're helping keep this channel alive and growing. And trust me, the best is yet to come. I see all your comments. I feel your love, and I truly appreciate each and every one of you. If this story touched your heart, hit that like button and drop a comment below. I'd love to hear what you think. Your thoughts and feedback inspire me to create even more powerful stories. And if you haven't already, subscribe and turn on that notification bell so you never miss a new upload. More shocking twists, emotional journeys, and real-life lessons are on the way, and I don't want you to miss a single one. Together, we're building an incredible community, and I'm so grateful to have you on this journey with me. Stay strong, stay inspired, and remember, sometimes life's greatest lessons come from the most unexpected moments. See you in the next story.